Hey there, my name is Julian, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get a custom AI chat with knowledge on your business and instructions of, well, whatever you tell it in your WordPress site using the WordPress AI template here by Memberstack. So first things first, this template is going to be a zip file in a Google Drive, which you can download from the link in the description. Download that. Start a new WordPress site and download the WP Vivid backup plugin, as you can see here. Then you're going to be able to upload, drag in that zip file, and click upload. The password and the username is going to be username admin and the password 0000. So that's how it's going to work. Create a new site, install the WP Vivid plugin, drag it in. It's going to have you log in with admin and 0000. And you are going to be left with the exact same setup that I have right here. So first things first, let me show you what that actually looks like. So here we are, and what I've done is, let me actually head back over here and go to the AI Chat plugin, which is a part of this template, and let's go to AI Chat. So what I've done here is I have asked my AI to become an expert in the Memberstack DOM package. As you can see, I've uploaded that file right here, and I've asked it to speak to me like Borat. So let's go ahead and see how that works. So here we are in this chat, and you can style this however you want. This is built using Bricks Builder. So I'm going to go ahead and say, how can I use member.json? Let's see what it says. It should give me the correct information, and it should give me that information as if it was Borat. So here we can see over here, it is giving me all of the correct data, as you can see here, and it is talking about precious Kazakh treasures. Therefore, it is successfully speaking to me like Borat, and it knows everything about the Memberstack DOM package. Beautiful. So if this is what you want and you want to add it to your WordPress site, then keep on watching because I'm going to show you now how that works. And it's very easy. So now that you're at this stage, you can see all of this same stuff. But the first thing that you're going to need to do is get your OpenAI API key. So go to openai.com, create an account. You're going to need to, I believe, add in your card information, and you're going to get an API key from OpenAI. So where you're going to add that is in your wp-config.php file. So you can add that, wherever you want. I use Cursor as my code editor. If you haven't used Cursor before, I highly, highly recommend it. But basically what you're going to see in your WP config file is something like this. Define OpenAI key. This is my real key, so I've zoomed in so you can't see it. That being said, this right here in these quotes is where you're going to add your OpenAI key. Then it should be working. And then you can define which model you want to use. Use these codes, so GPT-3.5-turbo, for example, GPT-4, whatever you may want to do. Temperature, anything between 0 and 2. If you don't know what temperature means, the lower you do, let's say 0.1, it's going to try to give very concrete, very truthful answers. And if you make it 2, it's going to just go absolutely crazy. So, I would say try a couple of different ones and see what suits your needs. I have it set here to 0.9. Then in here, you have your system prompt where you can tell it exactly what to do. And along with that, you have your default AI message. So if I go over here again, and let's say clear my chat, as we can see the message that pops up right there. And along with that, you can select your language. I have it set to English USA. Now, the language is going to select which language it should preferably respond in. That being said, if you, let's say, set it to Italian or Serbian and you ask it something in English, it's probably still going to respond in English, which is probably a good thing. But anyways, just wanted to make that clear. The next thing that I wanted to show you is the knowledge base. So this is where you can upload files. So what you should ideally be uploading here is .txt files, which can be read by LLMs. This right here was made by our awesome developer, Josh, and it just has all of the information on how our DOM package works. So whatever you do at the end of the day, you're going to want to have a lightweight text file, more than likely, with all of that knowledge that you need in order to instruct your AI. So once you have that, you can simply go back over here and you can insert that file into your system prompt. And as you've seen from my example, it is going to then become educated on that data, and there you go. So That is how you make your AI work. Now, this is all using Bricks Builder. That being said, you can use anything that you want. I'm just going to walk you through the setup so you understand how everything works, why it's there, so on and so forth. So we've got our home page here. I'm not even going to open that because it's just a placeholder. And along with that, we have a login and sign up page. Now this is using the Memberstack plugin. And the reason why we wanted to make sure that it's using the Memberstack plugin is because, well, you know, AI isn't cheap. When people are using your AI chatbot, it can end up costing you a lot of money, especially if that's coming from spam. So whether or not you use Memberstack is totally up to you. That being said, I highly recommend gating your AI chat so that it doesn't get misused by the wrong people. If you don't want to have it gated, I'd recommend putting some sort of spam protections in place, whatever you may want to do. And just super quickly to show you, in case you didn't know, especially with Bricks Builder and also with Elementor, but you can do this with any sort of page builder, you can fully customize your Memberstack form. I styled this exactly how I wanted to. As you can see, you can set the field styles, the button styles, you can add social auth, all of that very, very easy. If you're interested in using Memberstack for WordPress, then just go to the link in the description. We have that saved there as well. Now, the next thing that I wanted to show you where all of this kind of where all the business takes place is here on the chat page. So I'm going to go ahead and open that for you right now. And as we can see here, we have a UI. Again, this is in Bricks Builder, but the important thing here is that all of this is defined using attributes. So there's no reason why you can't scrap Bricks Builder and use Elementor or any other sort of page builder that suits your needs. What I am going to do is walk through all of the attributes so that you know what attributes it needs to have in order to work, because the AI chat plugin is going to look for these attributes in order to make it work. So let's go ahead and start from the top. Let's go into styles here and attributes so we can kind of track everything. Let me move my head out of the way first. And then we have, first things first, there is a div over here which has the attribute data-chat-clear. What that's going to do is, well, if I go over here to my chat, let's go ahead and say hello, and then wait for it to respond something. There we go. That is just going to clear the chat. You don't need to have that if you don't want to clear the chat. That being said, it is definitely going to help. So then we have a div here which contains, well, pretty much everything except for the final chat box. As we can see here, data-chat-messages-container. Then within that, we have two different system message and we have user message. So we have data-chat-message is system. And within that, we have data-chat-message-content, and that is where the text is going to be. Then we have data-chat-message user, and within that, we have data-chat-message-content again. So again, all we're doing here, just to go from the top, is we have a thing to clear the chat. We have the full chat container. Sorry, where is it? There we go. We have the full chat messages container. Within that, we have both the system message and the user message template. And within each one of those, we have data chat message content. And finally, we have the chat box. So in here, we have the input, which is data-chat-input. And I have this set up as a custom HTML tag using the custom tag input. So this is not actually using directly a Bricks form. And then we also have in here data-chat-button, and that is right here. That is simply what is going to send it if they want to click the button instead of clicking enter. That is all we have for attributes. So again, if you're using this template, you can start with what's already built here and expand on it. If you don't want to use Bricks Builder for some reason, then all you need to do is have a chat page which has all of these attributes on it. That is how it works. Once you do that, you will have a custom AI chatbot working on your WordPress site. Like I said, you can get the file, the zip file to import this with WP Vivid in the description. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I will do my best to get back to them. I'll talk to you soon and have a great day.